Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the very first day of the brand new free healing technique, which of course is cord removal healing. So I'm very much looking forward to doing this very first day with you. Again, we're going to be doing this every single day for the next 10 days. So tomorrow I will be on again at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. And on Tuesday, I will be on at 10 a.m. Pacific time, as Tuesday is also the day for New Earth Insights. Okay, so I'll be coming on at 10 o'clock, doing the cord removal healing then. Then I'll be doing New Earth Insights shortly after that at 11. And then I'll be announcing more of the times appropriately as we go day by day. But mostly 10:30 will be quite common unless I have a live stream. Then during the live stream days, it will be at 10:30 a.m. except for this Thursday. This Thursday there will be no New Earth practices. There will be just the cord removal healing day altogether. Okay. So thank you everybody for being here. We're going to go ahead and get started with the teaching of cord removal healing. Now I have talked about cord removal healing in the past, but I did not really have a name for it at the time. I just referred to it as working with your cords or cord cutting in that way. So I do want to state that this is not the traditional cord cutting. Okay, this is not cord cutting at all. This is cord removal healing. So it's my own brand of working together with your cords. Okay, so to start off the day, what I would like you guys to have handy with you is this. Okay, you have to have a notebook. Okay, whether it's a notebook, whether it's a notepad, okay, whether it's your phone, whether it's your tablet, but what I would suggest is you look at something that you could write with hand to hand, right? If you can write on a tablet, then that's fine. But try and use a pen and paper, okay? We want to have that organic education with our notebooks, okay? So that is a requirement. For you guys to do the 10-day challenge, you have to have a notebook in your hand, okay? So a notepad, a notebook, a tablet, a phone, something you can write on. But like I said, I'd recommend having a pen and paper because that is the most organic way of working with this education. Okay? So please make sure you have that. If you don't have that now, if you watch the recording, please make sure you have a notebook, journal, diary, phone, tablet handy because you will be needing to take notes. Okay? So to start off with cord removal healing, well, what is it that we're working with here? What do we mean by the cords? What are these cords that I have talked about in the past? Well, everything, again, in creation is connected to one another, and we are all connected through these etheric strings. Now, for us to truly understand this, we also firstly have to understand how our bodies operate. That's right, I'm saying bodies and not body. So, of course, we have the physical body, what you see here before you, representing the physical vehicle. But there are other bodies that are encased within the physical body, and we're going to talk about that now. So this is where I'd like you guys to start taking notes, okay? So besides the physical body, we're moving into the magnetic body, okay? Where is the magnetic body located within this body as a reference? It's right here. Okay? That is the solar plexus. It is the stomach area. It is the gut. Okay? That is the sea of chi. That is the sea of prana, as I have talked about before. This is the magnetic body. Now, the very important thing that we have to remember is if we want to start bringing in a lot of the higher energies directly into our physical reality so that we are in that sense able to feel it on a much more charged level, we have to amplify our magnetic body. So, I also recently demonstrated what's known as the rhythmic breathing. Okay, so I've done this in a previous video. We will be looking into this a little bit later on pertaining to rhythmic breathing. Okay, because that's a very big part of working and charging your magnetic body. Okay, this was in the previous New Earth Practices episode that just happened last week. Okay, so I talk about the idea of working with pranic cultivation, where you are working with the rhythmic breathing, Okay, so where we're seeing a rectangle here, and through that rectangle we're basically looking at 3 different phases of breath, starting off from beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Okay, so if we're looking at that rectangle, the first phase, representing the easiest breath, is known as the 4-2-4-2 breath. Okay, so what this is doing, this is helping you to get yourselves ready to working together with cord removal healing, but also in that sense energizing your body so that you can actually feel the prana come a lot more strongly into your body and really feeling this living force flowing through you. And it's thanks to the magnetic body that makes that happen, which is again contained in our solar plexus. So again, with that rectangle and with the 4-2-4-2, we are again inhaling for 4 seconds, holding our breath for 2 seconds, exhaling for 4 seconds, holding our breath for 2 seconds. Okay? That is the rhythmic breathing. And so when you're doing this, you're feeling a very strong charge because you are synchronizing with your heartbeat together with the energy of the universe. You're basically connecting with the universe's rhythm. And this is why we're doing it 4-2-4-2 or 6-3-6-3 or 8-4-8-4. It's all part of that synchronization. We're basically using the idea of even numbers for the inhale and the exhale and just cutting that in half for the holding of the breath. So again, as we look at that rectangle, and we're starting off with the 4-2 and 4-2, we also have a simple mantra that we do. And that simple mantra can be one of the two. It can be divine life fills me, or perfect life fills me. So make sure you guys are writing that down now. What are the 2 mantras? Because I'm going to test you guys. Okay? This is not like the BCR technique where you're just kind of going along. I'm going to be testing you guys. There's going to be quizzes. Okay? So please make sure you're paying attention because this is like a classroom. All right? So, right now, everybody, what are the 3 phases of the rhythmic breathing? What's the easiest one? Okay? Easiest one is 4-2-4-2. Okay? What is the intermediate breath, the second phase? Okay? That is 6-3-6-3. Please write this down. What is the third phase? The third phase is 8-4-8-4. Okay? So you want to start off firstly with the 4-2-4-2 and see how you feel with that. Was that quite simple for you to do? I'm inhaling, divine life fills me. Holding my breath, divine life fills me. Exhaling, divine life fills me. Holding, divine life fills me. Repeat. Okay? Now the important thing here that we're doing is we are doing this for a total of 10 minutes. Okay? So we want to do 2 sessions. Okay? Remember this. We want to do 2 sessions each day of the rhythmic breathing for 10 minutes each. Okay? So you decide how that is. Morning, evening, afternoon, evening, 2 hours apart, whatever you decide. Okay? As long as you're doing 2 different sessions. Okay? It's almost like going to the gym where you're doing sets, right? With your weights, where you're doing free weights, right? You're doing your reps. You set them down for a couple of minutes. You catch your breath. You relax. You pick up the weights again, and you do another set. Okay? We can do it like that as well too. We can do 10 minutes, we rest for a few minutes, and then we can go ahead and we can do another 10 minutes. Okay? Or when the first thing happens, when we first wake up, we can do the 10 minutes. We go throughout the day, the evening comes, then we do another 10 minutes. Okay? But what is required for you guys to do this, if you're doing the cord removal healing, I want you doing 2 sessions of the rhythmic breathing per day. Okay? And if you're not doing it, I'll chew you out. Just kidding. Okay? I'm not going to be that mean. But again, we want to make sure that we are aware of the magnetic breath, of the rhythmic breathing here. Okay? Because we're energizing the magnetic body. So like I said, the first thing you want to do, like I was talking about in New Earth practices, is when we're doing the rhythmic breathing, we just want to get the flow down first. Okay? So once the flow feels very natural to us, then we move on to the first step of the mantras. Okay? So if I'm doing 4-2 and 4-2, okay, I'm doing the inhale, I'm holding the breath, I'm doing the exhale, I'm doing the breath, I'm doing that a few more times. Okay, I'm starting to get the rhythm here. It's making sense. Okay, is this very simple for me to do? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the 6-3-6-3. Now I'm going to go to phase 2. So now it's 6 seconds in. Hold for 3 seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. Hold for 3 seconds. How was that? Am I feeling pretty good with that? Good. Now I can go on to the 8-4 and 8-4. But here's a tip for you guys, right? Many of us meditate in a chair, okay? So this is where there's problems if we're doing meditation on a chair. Okay, if I'm sitting back like this, right on my back here, right, hitting the backing of the chair, I can't really get a full breath, okay? My lungs are basically filling maybe about 90% capacity at best because my back is right against the chair here. And that is slightly obstructing my breathing. Okay, that is very bad. We do not want to do that. Okay, so what we can do is one of two things. If you're deciding to meditate in a chair, okay, you want to kind of just move yourself forward a little bit so your back is not touching the backing of the chair. Okay? Now, when you're doing this, you can now completely fill your lungs to 100% capacity. Okay? That is exactly what we want. We do not want our lungs to be only filled at 90 to 95% capacity. Even 99% capacity isn't good enough. Right? You need to fill your lungs 100% full. Okay? Fully expanded. And then hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Emptying the lungs completely. All right? The second thing you can do is just get a small cushion. Okay? If you have a small cushion, you can put that right at the lower back, and that again creates some cushioning. So you want it kind of between the lower back and the sacrum. All right? And it's touching the back of your chair, and again, that's giving you some space. So we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves space so that we can do 100% full expansion breath and 100% contracting breath. Okay? We want to fill our lungs and empty them 100% of the way. Okay? Very, very important. And especially for when we're doing the rhythmic breathing. Okay? So like I said, with the rectangle here, the 4-2, 4-2, the 6-3, 6-3, and the 8-4, 8-4. Okay? You just keep practicing from phase 1, 2, and 3 and say, okay, Brad, I can really only go as far as phase 2. That's great. Then just stay with phase 2. Stay with 6-3, 6-3. Or Brad, I can only really just do 4-2, 4-2. That's great. That's okay. Do the 4-2, 4-2. Okay? Brad, I can go all the way. I can do 8-4, 8-4. Fantastic. That's where we really want to be. Okay? But like I said, the other breath rhythms will work as well too. So as I was talking about as well too, with the breath rhythm, as we get the rhythm down, we're now being aware of the mantra. Like I said, you can have one of two versions. Divine life fills me, or perfect life fills me. I often use the perfect life fills me. Okay. So as I'm doing, for example, the 8 second, 4 second, 8 second, 4 second, 8 second, 4 second. Okay. So if I'm breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As I'm doing that, within my mind, I'm thinking, perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Then I pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I exhale. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Then I hold my breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that is just the first step of a 2-step process here. So when you're doing the 4-2-4-2 breath and you have that mantra, okay? So again, perfect life fills me, perfect life fills me. Okay, and then we go to 6 and 3. Well, now we have 6 seconds, right? So we only have 2 seconds to get the 4 words in. So perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Okay, so we're putting that in together within the 6 seconds. Okay, and then again we hold for 3. Then we do the 6 again. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Right? So it's a little bit challenging, but you'll get the hang of it. Okay? So we just want to make sure that we're including the mantra with every second of breath that we are taking. So perfect life fills me. If we're doing the 4 and the 2, okay? Perfect life fills me. Hold for 2. 1, 2. Perfect life fills me. Hold 1, 2. Okay? So that is where you want to get the first step of the integration of the mantra together with your rhythmic breathing. Okay? So as you do that and you start getting good with this, then we go on to the second step. Okay? The second step is when we're holding our breath, we're saying the mantra at the same time. Okay? So with the 4-2-4-2, with those 2 seconds, we need to bring 2 words in 1 second. Perfect life fills me. Okay? When we're doing the 6-3-6-3, within those 3 seconds, we want to get the mantra. Perfect life fills me. Okay? Perfect life fills me. So we want to get that fills me within 1 second. Okay? Then when you get into the 8-4, this is where everything actually just gets a lot more simpler and much more rhythmic with the mantra itself because it's timed well. We have a 4-word phrase here for a mantra, and we're doing 8 seconds of breath. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. And we're holding our breath. Perfect life fills me. And we're exhaling. Perfect life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Then we're holding our breath. Perfect life fills me. Okay? And we repeat. We repeat and we repeat and we repeat again for that total of 10 minutes. Okay? So whether you're doing the 4-2-4-2, 6-3-6-3, 8-4-8-4. Okay? You're just sticking with that 10 minutes. And like I said, get the rhythm down first. Get the breathing rhythm down first. Once you're getting it down, go on to the first step of the mantra. Perfect life or divine life fills me, just while you're breathing in and when you're breathing out. Once you get that down, do the entire mantra with your inhale, with your breath, with your holding of the breath, with your exhale, and with your holding of the breath. Okay? So those are the 2 steps when we're working with the mantra. Now, when you start getting good with the mantra as well, too, another important thing is you want to be in the I. Okay? You want to be in the self. You want to see yourself as sovereign, sitting on your throne above creation. So what you're doing is you're going into your God self. This is very important as well, too. Like I said, when we're just getting the rhythm down, that's all I want you to concentrate on, right? When you're starting to do the first step of the mantra, I just want you to get the rhythm of the breath together with just introducing the mantra to your inhale into your exhale. But now when we start going into step 2 of the mantra, where we're doing the mantra through the breath, through the holding, all together, we are now seeing ourselves as the God self. We are seated on our throne. So I am in the center of my universe. I am in the center of creation. I am God. I am spirit. And this is how I am as I do this rhythmic breathing work. Okay? So you want to go to your I self. You want to go to the God self. Very, very important. Okay? So like I said, just keep experimenting with this. Find out which breath rhythm works well for you. 4-2-4-2, 6-3-6-3, 8-4-8-4. Okay? So again, guys, I'm going to be testing you. Okay? I'm going to be giving you quizzes, sometimes at random through these 10 days. And I'll say, okay, guys, what are the 3 phases of the rhythmic breathing? And I'm going to wait for you guys to respond in the chat. Okay? I won't say anything until I get the right answer. Then once we get the right answer, we move forward. Okay? The reason I do this is because this is really going to help you to educate yourself a lot more. You're really going to get this ingrained. That's something that I did not do in the BCR technique. Right? The BCR technique, like I said, it was more of a challenge. Even though I say the chord removal healing is a 10-day challenge, it is much more of a classroom than a challenge. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys those random quizzes, right, every now and then, and I will not proceed until one of you gives me the right answer on the chat. Okay? So now that we got the rhythmic breathing down and we're working together with the magnetic body, as we're doing this 2 sessions per day, we're starting to charge the magnetic body. Okay? This is going to take time, right? I would basically estimate that it'll probably take about 6 to 9 months before you really start to notice a very powerful charge within your body. And now you're feeling that pranic energy flowing through you. You feel it flowing through the brain, you feel it flowing through the nervous system, you feel it flowing through your entire body, and you are supercharged. Now, there's a reason why I'm teaching you guys the nature of the magnetic body, because you're not just going to learn more about cord removal healing, okay? I'm going to be teaching you guys more stuff, okay? There are more challenges that are going to be coming. Not just BCR technique, not just cord removal healing, but we're going to be working with more magnetic healing. We're going to be working with more pranic healing. And I'm going to be teaching you guys this for free on the YouTube channel because I want you guys to get this, okay? This is very important education, okay? This is your spiritual education. Everybody has a birthright to their spiritual education. That's why I'm giving it to you guys for free, okay? Colleen asked Brad, what is Brad's mantra? Oh, were you paying attention? Okay. Can somebody tell Colleen what is the mantra? Because I was just saying it. What's the mantra, guys? Here's your quiz. I'm not going to say anything until someone tells me what the mantra is. Thank you, Mindy. Perfect life fills me, or red 1-1, very good. Divine life fills me. Guys, pay attention, okay? If you are not too sure what I'm saying, you ask me in the chat. What is Brad saying? Sorry, I didn't get that. Was that perfect light or perfect life? Okay, it's okay to ask me. But again, if I'm teaching this and if you're not too sure what I'm saying, just speak out in the chat. Say, Brad, what are you saying? You're saying light or life? No, life. L-I-F-E. Perfect life fills me, okay? The reason why we're talking about life and not light is because light is part of life, okay? The idea of life itself is the grand nature of creation. So what we are doing is we are looking at everything from the atomic to the universal, because the same substance keeps everything binded together. Okay, it's like looking at that Star Wars line. Okay, Obi-Wan was telling Luke, the Force is what gives a Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things that surrounds us and penetrates us and binds the universe together. Okay, it's very true. Star Wars got it right. Okay, that's why we're saying perfect life or divine life fills me. L-I-F-E, life, not light. Okay, divine life fills me. Perfect life fills me. Okay, so please, guys, write that down right now. Get your book out, write that down. I want those two mantras in your book right now. Perfect life fills me. Divine life fills me. Okay, guys, here's another quiz for you. What are the three breath states relating to rhythmic breathing? What are they? Okay, what's phase 1? What's phase 2? What's phase 3? Okay, Linda says 6363. Okay, that's the phase 2. What's the phase 1? What's phase 1? No, that's level 3. 8484 is level 3. Okay. No, it's not the 246384. Lisa, you are wrong. 4242. Second phase, 6363. Third phase, 8484. Okay. We're not saying 4-2. Okay, I won't accept that. We're not saying 6-3. I won't accept that. We're not saying 8-4. I won't accept that. 4-2-4-2. 6-3-6-3. 8-4-8-4. Okay, you say it exactly it is. I'm not saying you guys to abbreviate it. No abbreviations. Okay, it's important you get the full rhythm. Because if I'm just doing 4-2, well, I'm just doing this. Oh, okay, I'm done. No, that's not 4-2. It's 4-2-4-2. It's 6-3-6-3. It's 8-4-8-4. Okay? No abbreviations. All right? So let's remember to get that down, okay? I'm going to be Mr. Hard Teacher here. All right? So there was a question here. I'm just going to see if I can find it here. Okay, maybe I lost that question. Okay, here it is from Moya. Moya says, Brad, is the breath in nose and out nose always nasal breathing? Okay, when we're doing rhythmic breathing, guys, nose breathing, no mouth. Keep your mouth out of meditation. Okay, that's the rule here. That's another thing you can write down in your book. Keep your mouth out of meditation. Okay, I only want you guys doing nose breathing. Okay, the only exception I'll accept is maybe saying, Brad, it's really, really difficult for me to breathe through the nose. Then, okay, maybe you can use the mouth a little bit, but I'd like you to start working on repairing your nose. Okay, so I want you to get some nasal strips. I want you to get a neti pot, okay, and start cleaning out the nasal passages. Okay, so you get a nasal strip, you get a neti pot, you start cleaning out the debris in the nasal passages. It's very important that you're using the nose. Okay, I've had some people say that, Rod, I can't really breathe too well through my nose. Okay, have you tried nasal strips? Oh no, I haven't tried that. Try them. Have you tried a neti pot? No, I haven't tried that. Try it. Okay, do your best to try and breathe in and out to the nose. Okay, mouth is just not for meditation. Okay, the only way we use the mouth is if we're doing cleansing breaths. Okay, so like what we do in the BCR technique. Okay, that's okay, but that's not meditation. When we're doing cleansing breaths, guys, that's not meditation. Those are just cleansing breaths. When we're actually getting into meditation, we're doing the nose. Okay, like heart rate variability only uses the nose. All right, so that is our concluding chapter for now, relating to rhythmic breathing and working with the magnetic body. Now, of course, second thing we're going to is the chord removal healing itself. Okay, so now as I've talked about, working together with the magnetic body, working together with your prana, the very important reason why I'm teaching you guys how to do this is so that you can feel your chords. Okay, because again, if you guys are not doing this magnetic practice, if you're not doing the rhythmic breathing, you're going to have a very difficult time being able to feel your chords. Okay, you want to be able to feel your chords. So this is why I'm teaching you guys to work together with the rhythmic breathing, to energize your magnetic body together within your solar plexus, so that over time, the magnetic energy in that sense becomes sensitive. You're becoming a lot more aware of it. And now if I'm grabbing a chord, you can feel it, okay? Because I can grab your guys' chords at the same time, and I know when a chord is tight or when it's loose, okay? So when I say to you, okay, I want you to grab your chord, and say, okay, I'm grabbing it. Now when I'm doing this, I'm grabbing your chord at the same time, okay? I can do that. And I can tell when a chord is loose or when a chord is tight. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to be aware of that. You want to really just physically imagine like you're grabbing a chord here, okay? And we're always doing it through the heart, okay? Even if we have a problem with the spine, for example, doesn't matter. We're grabbing it by the heart, okay? So you always grab the chords in the heart area. You never grab them anywhere. Oh, brother, there's a problem with my pineal gland. You don't grab it there. You grab it here, okay? The reason why we always grab it in the heart, because the heart is the epicenter of the body, okay? So if we have a sphere here representing the heart, and we have all of these chords coming out of the sphere, that is you in the epicenter of the heart, in the direct center, and you are now being able to overlook all of the chords within your body. I'm just going to put that down a bit. There's a little too much light glare here. I'm getting some J.J. Abrams lens flares here. That's coming from my other window, but that's okay. Anyways, it's nice. It's kind of a nice angelic effect. So again, we're staying together within the sphere, okay? The sphere itself represents the heart epicenter, okay? So make sure you guys are writing this down, okay? Very important. Okay, and now we're able to see all the chords that connect us to everything within creation, okay? So it always comes through the heart, okay? So I don't care if you have a sore arm or a sore leg or a bad knee or anything like that, it's in the heart. The chord is always in the heart, okay? So this is very, very important for us to know. Now, when we're grabbing a hold of the chords, it's not like we're grabbing a bundle, okay? We are grabbing one chord. So this one chord is able to act, in a sense, as a culmination of different things. So let's say, for example, I have a bad headache and I'm feeling very irritable. Okay, so I have irritable emotion and I have a bad headache. Okay, so this is what we're doing, just like we did in the BCR. We're asking ourselves, through our notebook, through our notepad, what am I going through physically? What am I going through emotionally? What am I going through mentally? Just like in BCR. Okay, exact same thing. So let's say physically, I have a headache. Emotionally, I'm feeling irritable. Mentally, I'm feeling drained. I just feel exhausted, right? I feel like I don't have any mental energy. I just feel like completely down in the dumps, okay? So a mental drain would be in the mental body. Okay, so now I grab a chord. Where am I grabbing it? Where do I grab the chords, guys? Where are the chords? Anybody tell me? If I'm grabbing the chord, where am I grabbing it? Where is it linked to? The heart. Very good. Thank you, Eric. Excellent. You guys got a gold star. Okay. Thank you for paying attention. That makes me feel good. All right. So yes, all the chords right here. See, again, this is why I give you guys the quiz, because now you don't forget. So Brad, give me a quiz on this. And I said, it's the heart. Yeah, and he's right. Yeah, there you go. Great. And I got a gold star for it. Cool. And I got a brownie point at the same time. Okay. Right? So we grab a hold of that chord that represents what we're going through physically, emotionally, and mentally. Okay? So physically, like I said, headache. Emotionally, like I said, irritability. Mentally, like I said, feeling drained. Okay? So that is now contained in our chord right now. So we grab this chord and we pinch it. Okay? So we're imagining that we're pinching a chord that's about as thin as a fishing line. Or if you want, you could say that it's about as thick as a guitar string. Okay? So between a fishing line and a guitar string. And that's fine. Okay? We're not looking at big, gigantic chords that we really can't hold on to. Now, they can be gigantic, but we're not seeing them in that way. We're just seeing it from no thinner than a fishing liner. No thinner than a fishing line, and no thicker than a guitar string. Okay? So very, very important here. So now that we're grabbing a hold of that chord. And so I want you just to think of that right now. Okay? That you're just grabbing hold of this chord. It's very, very simple. And just imagine that it's in your hand. Okay? Now before we go further, I want you guys again to take your notepad, take your notebook, your phone, what have you, and I want you to write something down. What is my physical body experiencing right now that I want to clear out? Okay? What do I want to clear out of my physical? Okay, and write something down. What do I want to clear out of my emotional? Okay, and you write that down. And what do I want to clear out of my mental? Okay, so your mental body, your thought body. Okay, am I constantly being overwhelmed with thoughts? Is my thoughts going a mile a minute? Am I getting exhausted? Am I feeling confined? Am I feeling like I cannot move? If I'm feeling restricted? If I'm feeling completely just out of sorts? Okay, so what is the mental body confinement? It can also represent our belief systems, right? So I don't feel I can go anywhere. I don't feel I can do anything. I see myself as completely valueless. Okay? That's mental body. Okay, so we're looking at something in the mental body as well too. So once you have those three things down, okay, and what we want to do, guys, is we just want to work on one area at a time, through the physical body, through the emotional body, through the mental body. Now, you may have multiple things. And so, Brad, I got a headache, my knees sore, my back aches. Okay, well, we're going to write that down, but we're just going to do one thing out of that physical body at a time. Okay, so emotions. Yeah, I can feel like I'm irritable. I also feel angry and sad. Okay, well, those are three things, but we want to just do one thing out of the emotional body. Okay, the mental body. Yeah, I feel drained. I feel confined. I feel worthless. Okay, so we're going to work with drained first. Okay, so we're just taking one element out of each body. Okay, write that down, guys, because I'm going to quiz you. Okay, so we're taking one element out of each body. One element out of the physical, one element out of the emotional and one element out of the mental. Okay? So for my example, a headache, an irritability, drained. By the way, I don't feel like any of that, but I'm just using that as an example. Okay? I feel great this morning. Feels wonderful. Okay. So now that we have each element out of the three bodies, that is what our chord, our first chord, is going to represent. Like I said, if you have a list, we just go down the list. Okay, what's my second thing? After I finish this chord, what's my second thing? What's my third thing? Okay, and I take another element out of the physical, another element out of the emotional, another element out of the mental, and I repeat. Okay, that is how the practice is done, guys. Do not do all of them at once. You're just going to overwhelm yourself. It's too much. Okay, one thing at a time through each body. Okay, that's the rule of chord removal healing. Might be different with BCR, but we're not doing BCR, we're doing chord removal. Okay, so again, once you have those three things, physical, emotional, mental, you're grabbing a hold of the chord now. Okay, so as you're grabbing a hold of the chord, again, you may see it as a fishing line, you may see it as a guitar string. Okay, just as an example. So what you're grabbing now, like I said, you're just grabbing right here. I'm not going, oh, let's see, if it's around here, is it around the nipple? No, we're not doing that. We just grab, okay? Because the chord that we grab is instantly assigned as that which we are looking to remedy, okay? As soon as we do this, we're grabbing the chord that we want to remedy, okay? So, now that we have that chord in our hands, we're now going to start moving it up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right. This is indicating how tight the chord is that we're feeling, okay? So if it's a very, very tight chord, which means that your emotional situation, your physical situation, and your mental situation are quite severe, you're not going to be able to move that chord. It's like a steel thread. It's not moving anywhere. It's completely sealed, okay? So we want to test the chord. How strong is this chord? When I'm saying, okay, I got a headache. When I'm saying, okay, I'm irritable. When I'm saying, okay, I'm drained. Okay? If that was very severe within myself, I wouldn't even be able to budge this chord right now. Okay? It's like a steel cable. I would not be able to budge it. So this is a very thing. You want to test the strength of your chord. Okay? Write that down. That's a phase. Okay? So the first thing we do is we write down physically, emotionally, and mentally, how are we feeling? Okay? If we have multiple things in those bodies, we're just looking at the first thing. First thing. First thing. Then we grab the chord. Okay? What do we do when we grab the chord? We test the strength of the chord. Up, down, left, right. Can I move it? Okay? So here's the thing. If your chord is very, very tight, yes, that's representing its strength. If your chord is somewhat loose, it means it's not as severe as you think it is. It's on your mind, but again, it's not as strong as you think it is. Okay, this is a type of kinesiology that we're doing here. Okay, so we're working with the chord, but our own subconscious is kind of guiding us along the way by working with this chord, this imaginary chord, I would say rather this invisible chord that we're working with. Okay, so maybe I can move it a little bit to the left and to the right. I can move it up a little bit up and a little bit down. So it's somewhat tight. Okay, so the good news is it's not severe. Okay, it's kind of moderate. If we're able to move it around a little bit, it's a moderate conflict. Okay, so a severe conflict is like you're trying to move a steel cable. You just can't do it. Okay, a moderate conflict is you can feel like you can move it around a little bit. Okay, it's there, but it's not as intense as we think it is. Okay, and there's a third, where it's like a wet noodle. Okay, and this is hardly anything, it's very minor. Okay, now if something is minor, okay, so we're basically looking at a wet noodle here. If I'm able to move it around, no problem, it's very minor. So here's what I can do. Because it's a very minor chord, I can do that. And I can tell Spirit to go ahead and clear it away. Okay, if your chord is very weak, and if it's minor, you can cut it then and there. You do not have to go through the whole process. Okay, so please be aware of that. If your chord is it's like you're holding a wet noodle. Okay, it's very, very limp. Okay, it's just so easy to move around. Cut it. And then you say, Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. Okay, so that's the finishing phrase. Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. Okay? And then we would bring in a new chord, but we'll get to that here shortly. Okay? So Maria asks, how big should these movements be? Okay, well, again, if you're looking at firstly the steel cable, you should not be able to move it at all. Okay? It would not be able to budge. That's with the steel cable. That's with the extreme conflict. Okay? So if I got a really pounding headache, okay, and I'm basically grabbing hold of that cord, and it's just a pounding headache, and I can't even budge that cord. That cord is like a steel cable. It won't budge. Okay? So when we go into the second phase, the moderate, okay, we can move it around a little. Okay? So just watch my fingers, guys. Okay? How far am I moving my fingers? I'm not moving them very far. Okay? Maybe about an inch or two. Okay? That's a moderate cable. Okay? That's a moderate chord itself. Okay? So which means it's somewhat strong, but we still have to go through the process. Okay? We still have to go through the process of softening the chord. The only time we can cut a chord right off the bat is when it's weak. Okay? When it's weak, watch my hand. Watch my hand right now. Okay? Look how loose it is. It's like I'm just flinging around a wet spaghetti noodle here. Okay? So watch my hand. Okay? That's a weak chord. Okay? If I can just easily move it with very little strength, with great ease, I can cut it right there. Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. Okay? Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. Simple as that. Spirit takes care of it. So we cut it away. So the only time we cut a chord is when. So here's your quiz, guys. When is it okay for us to cut a chord right off the bat when we feel it? When is it okay for us to cut a chord right off the bat? The wet noodle, yes, the weak, okay? So it's the weak chord. Once we are able to do that, once we notice that weak chord, we can cut it off right away, okay? You do not cut a moderate strength chord, and you do not cut of an extreme like steel cable-like chord, okay? Those we have to go through the process, okay? So now you've felt your chord, okay? Let's say, for example, in my case, it's strong. It's like a steel thread. I can't budge it. Okay, no problem. So here's our next step. So as we have our chord hand, okay, because my right hand here is holding the chord, I'm going to use my left hand to put it against the center of my chest, okay? This is like the black ball, white ball technique, where we have the black ball contained in the center of the chest. Only in this case, we're using a white ball, okay? We don't use a black ball at all, okay? So we're using a white ball in the center of the chest. I'm closing my eyes and I'm looking at a hollow white ball. So if I'm now looking at a situation where I have a headache, okay, where I'm irritable and I feel drained, okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to use the opposite effect. Okay, this is what it's referred to. We're simply going to look at ourselves in the opposite. Okay, so maybe our physical body is tired, but all we're doing is we're just looking at ourselves with an opposite energy. So this is where I often say to people, imagine that you're just asleep in your bed and you're slowly waking up and you feel yourself taking the covers off. You're going out of bed. You're going into your bathroom and you're looking in the bathroom mirror. And when you look in the bathroom mirror and you look into your eyes, the windows of the soul, the headache is gone. The irritability is gone, and the drain is gone. I want you to imagine that, okay? What does it feel like to not have a headache? What does it feel like to not be irritable? What does it feel like to not be drained? Okay? So your physical body may feel that, but your mind does not. Okay? So this is what you're doing, is you're going into that opposite effect. And guess what I need to do to trigger that opposite effect? Okay, so with the hand right here, I'm doing this. Okay, smile. Super important. Okay, if you don't smile, it won't work. Okay, you gotta smile. So there's people like that. It's okay. I just want you to smile right now. Okay, is that a smile? You guys gotta smile. Okay, this is not a smile. I even noticed that when I'm doing sessions with people, I say, smile, smile. There we go, I got a smile. Oh my God, that hurts. Right. I hardly see people smile. Like, what are you doing, man? It's okay, it's free. It's not gonna hurt you. All right, I'll try. Ah! What are you doing? I'm not telling you to be Goku from Dragon Ball Z trying to do a Kamehameha, right? I want you to do a smile. Okay? It's like you're ready to like launch a fireball or something. Okay? It's okay to smile. I know some of you love to smile. That's great. Okay? Some people don't like to smile. Can you believe that? Okay? When I'm trying to get them to smile, it's like they're just trying to cultivate a big fireball and doing a Hadouken, right? Trying to play Street Fighter or something. I want you guys to smile. Okay? So make sure you're smiling. Very important. Okay? So you're looking into that mirror. You're seeing the opposite. And you're smiling. Okay? So when I smile, that's me affirming to myself, yes, I can see myself without a headache. I can see myself without irritability. And I can see myself not drained. Okay? So rather than a headache, I have great radiant health. Okay? Rather than feeling irritable, I'm in joy. I'm in happiness. Okay? Rather than feeling drained, I'm alive and I have vibrancy flowing through me. Okay? So there's the opposite. So now that we have that, very good. Now we put all that energy into the ball. Okay? So this is my hand here. I'm holding the cord. My other hand, opposite hand, okay, is just filling up that white ball now with the opposites, okay, because I'm smiling. Just like you learn in BCR technique, okay? You got to smile. You got to start chuckling, start giggling. That'll bring the love energy in. It's just amazing how many people I see just don't smile. It's crazy. Very few people. Huh. Who'd have thunk it, right? Okay, so you're smiling and you're putting all of that love energy. You're feeling it flowing through your hand and you're putting it directly into the white ball. Okay, and you're filling that white ball up to 100% capacity. Okay, so the energy is flowing through what? It's flowing through your hand. How full do we make the white ball? 100% full. Write that down, guys, because I'll be quizzing you. Okay. So once it is 100% full, now we can bring our attention back to the cord. Okay? So again, my hand is still here on the white ball. And now I'm going to take slow, deep breaths, again, just through the nose. And as I'm exhaling, I'm imagining that that love energy contained in the white ball is flowing like a current through the cord. Okay? So again, as I'm doing an inhale, that means I'm gathering the love energy within myself with the inhale. I'm gathering it through the breath, okay? Exhale through the nose, and I'm channeling that flow through the cord, like a current, like it's voltage, okay? As I keep doing, I just repeat. And I'm still smiling. Look what's happening to my cord hand. What's happening to it? It's dropping. It's dropping. Because I'm just cycling the breath. I'm running the love energy through the cord like a current. And now it's dropping. And now I'm grabbing a hold of the cord. Look what's happening to it. It's weak. What do we do with a weak cord? We cut it. Okay? So when that cord goes weak, you're feeling it. Like I said, it's very important you feel your cord, okay? So again, it was once as strong as a steel cable, but now as I start running that love energy through the breath, and I run that through the cord like it's a current, look what happens to my hand, okay? And now I can move it around. Left, right, up, down. It's like a wet noodle. So once it's at the wet noodle stage, I take my other hand and I cut it, okay? As I cut it, I just hand it off to the side, okay? I don't need to go into a trance, okay? I don't need to go into some hypnosis thing. I just hand it off to the side and say, Spirit, take care of it, let it be done, okay? That's all I do. I cut it, I hand it off to the side. Spirit, take care of it, let it be done, I drop the cord, okay? So this is what I'm doing on the side here. Spirit, take care of it, let it be done, pushing it away. Spirit takes care of it, okay? Your own natural love energies of Spirit takes care of it. So now we've cut the cord, but we're not done, okay? So now with our cord hand, we're reaching ahead. We're reaching ahead here, and I grab another cord, and I pop it right into the heart, okay? I connect it right into the heart, okay? So I want you to reach out right ahead of you and grab and pull and put it into the heart, okay? So you're not seeing a big bundle of cords. You're just saying, okay, as soon as I reach out, I grab it. Here's a new cord. It's instantly in my fingers, okay? And I connect it directly to the heart, okay? Jay has a question. I can't feel my cords. What should I do, Brad? Jay, we'll get to that, okay? Just hang on. We'll troubleshoot here in a minute. I want to just take you guys through the process, okay? So again, I'm reaching out, and I'm attaching that to the heart, okay? So now that I've attached that to the heart, this is letting me know that I've cut out an old timeline. The timeline where I had a headache, the timeline where I felt irritable, and the timeline where I felt drained. I am no longer a part of that reality. So I am cutting that out, which means that does not have any meaning for me anymore. So this is what we're doing in cord removal healing, right? If a person has a tumor, we're not seeing that tumor instantly disappear as soon as we cut the cord. What we're saying is that we have agreed to stop feeding the tumor. We have agreed to stop feeding the headache. We have agreed to stop feeding the irritability. We have agreed to stop feeling the drain. That's all we're doing. We're cutting out that timeline, meaning we no longer give those things power. And now they're subsided, okay? This is vibrational healing. That's what cord removal is. It is vibrational healing, guys, okay? So again, we plug that new cord in to the heart. Again, we have, let's say again, this is the cord hand, okay? My hand here, and I have this new cord in my hand. Okay, I'm taking a deep breath in with the love energy, and I'm exhaling through the nose, running that current through the new cord. Now as I test it, that cord should be as strong as a steel cable, okay? It cannot be moderately strong and it cannot be weak, okay? We keep breathing into that cord until we feel it's as strong as a steel cable, okay? So once it's as strong as a steel cable, we've done our job, okay? So I go ahead, take a deep breath in, exhale, and as I'm exhaling, I'm running that current through the cord, and I'm just instantly feeling it stronger, right? I'm trying to move it around. I'm trying to move it up and down, left and right. Can't do it. It's as strong as a steel cable. Once I have done that, I have completed my task, okay? We don't need to do any kind of special finish, anything like that. As soon as you're done, as soon as you strengthen that cord, you're done, okay? No need to do any blessings, no need to do any post-meditation, nothing, okay? This is just a straight-up technique, okay? So all I do to Spirit is I just say, Spirit, take care of this, right? Because I've cut the cord, and I've handed off to Spirit, Spirit, take care of it, okay? So then after that, we now bring in the new cord, pop it into the heart, run the love energy through it, make it as strong as a steel cable, test it out, you're done, okay? Now we move on to the next element of our list, okay? What's the second physical condition I have? What's the second emotional condition I have? What's the second mental condition I have? And I repeat. Just what I taught you guys today. Okay? So, going back to Jay's question here. I can't feel my chords. What should I do, Brad? You are doing the rhythmic breathing. Okay? That's why I'm teaching you guys to do in the magnetic field. Are you guys paying attention? It's what I said. If you cannot feel your chord right now, it's because you need to completely enhance and amplify the magnetic body. Okay? You got to do your rhythmic breathing. 4-2-4-2, 6-3-6-3, 8-4-8-4. You choose the one that best suits you. And you start doing how many sessions per day do we do the rhythmic breathing, guys? How many sessions per day? I'm already holding my fingers, so I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? Yes, we do 2 sessions per day. I'm kind of cheating here with you guys here. Okay? So again, we're doing 2 sessions per day. So like I said, if you want to do one in the morning and one in the evening, you go ahead. Even if you want to do 3 sessions, that's perfect. If you want to do more than 2 sessions, go for it. That's only going to benefit you further, okay? But do the minimum of 2. I mean, you guys don't have to answer. I'm kind of like playing with you here. I'm already holding up the fingers of 2 here. It's kind of a giveaway, right? I'm being nice to you. All right? Yes, very good, Lisa. 2 of them for 10 minutes. Excellent, okay? So we want to do at least 2 10-minute sessions. Like just for me, I do my 2 sessions per day for 10 minutes, okay? This is an inspiration from Myrtle McDonald Bain's rhythmic breathing as well too, that he taught, okay? So I just kind of tweak it a little bit, and so it's kind of my version of M. McDonald Bain's pranic healing, okay? So very good. So Maureen asks, what is the energy behind the new chord? It's your love energy. Your love energy is behind the new chord, okay? So when you're basically reaching out for that chord, it's a neutral chord. It has no energy in it, okay? I mean, of course, it's an energetic. It's a form, right? And we're putting that into the heart, but it's like a hollow chord, okay? So you're taking a hollow chord, and you're just reaching out in the ethers and grabbing it, just like this. And you're plugging it into the chest, okay? Plug it in right into the heart, okay? So it goes in the heart. Now, here's a test for you guys. Do we work with chords that are outside of the heart area? Okay? Do we work with chords that are outside of the heart area? Oh, Jay, you came in late. I better give you a late slip. We'll skip your, we'll forgive your tardiness this time. I'm just kidding. I'm just bugging you. Okay, very good. Mindy, Edith, no, that's right. We do not work with chords outside the heart area. See how you guys are getting this now? This is why I got to do quizzes more often. You guys like are sharp. You're getting this. Excellent. Okay, you're back in school. Okay, you don't have to give me an apple though. It's okay. Okay, so again, we're taking that hollow chord and we're putting it directly into the heart, and we have the white ball contained in the center of the chest. Okay, so then again, what are we doing? We're using our nasal breathing, right? Breathing in and out through the nose. As I inhale, I'm collecting that energy through the breath. As I exhale, I'm running that love energy like a current through the chord. Now that that chord has a current, it is now becoming strong. And the more that I'm running that current through it, I'm making that chord as strong as a steel cable. Okay? It has to be as strong as a steel cable. You do not leave that chord until it's as strong as a steel cable. Very important. Okay? So like again, as Jay's question was saying, Brad, what happens if I don't feel this chord? Feel your magnetic energy. Okay? Start to stimulate it. Start to stimulate the magnetic body. Okay? Go back to the beginning of this class. Where is the magnetic body contained within our body? Okay? Where is the magnetic body contained within an area of our body? It's in the solar plexus. Okay? So I'll give you guys a little bit more extra here. The magnetic body is contained in the solar plexus. The emotional body is contained in the heart. The mental body is contained here in the forehead. The etheric body is just above our head. It's not making contact with the crown. It's above the head. That's the etheric body. Okay? Then we have the spirit body, which is basically just a giant pillar of light that's just coming down and just fills our entire body. Okay, it has no end to it. It's basically a pillar that just goes on through the infinite. Okay, and that's spirit. Okay, if you're able to actually look into these different bands, you can actually see one who is incarnated as spirit. You'd see a gigantic pillar coming right through their body. Okay, and that pillar just doesn't end. It just goes all the way up through infinity, right? Never ending. So those are the bodies that we're working with. Magnetic body, solar plexus. Emotional body, the heart. Mental body, the forehead. Etheric body, above the head. Spirit body, the pillar. The infinite pillar that penetrates our body entirely. Okay? Those are the bodies. That is where their locations are, roughly. Okay? But as you develop your vision, you may start to see this. As you go into deep meditation, you may start to feel this, and you may start to see it. Okay? All right, so let me just go through any other questions that you guys have. Okay? Yvonne says, when chord is spaghetti-like? I'm not sure if that's a question or not. Yeah, so again, when it's spaghetti-like I said, when you're doing the weak chord, you can just cut it right then and there. Okay? Our goal is to weaken the chord. So we're making sure that the chord is weak, because then it has very little effect. It has a minor effect on us. So even if it's just 1%, it's okay to cut. Okay? It does not have to be down at 0. Right? 0 is just a super flimsy chord. But 1%, even if it's just flimsy like this, like a wet noodle, we can cut it. Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. Okay? Spirit, take care of it. Let it be done. All right? Then we grab the new chord, plug it in. We run the current of the love energy through that new chord. We make it as strong as a steel cable, and you're done. So like I said, we're cutting out timelines, and we're putting in a brand new timeline. That's what a chord is. A chord is an event. Okay? It's a timeline event. That's what you're doing. So some people may say, well, Brad, like I said, I may have a tumor. Like I have a tumor here in my knee. Okay? And maybe it's a benign tumor in that sense. I was hoping maybe that the chord would basically cause that tumor to vanish instantly. No. No, guys. No. If you wanted to do something like that, you basically have to go into like a yogic trance. You would have to go into a yogic trance where the ego is completely out of the picture altogether. We're working in harmony with the ego here right now, right? Because we're doing a practice, okay? If I wanted to go in, if I wanted to instantly remove a tumor from my body, right, I have to go into a very deep trance where the ego is not around at all, and I am dialoguing with the higher self, okay? And I am negotiating with the higher self for us to remove that tumor altogether. It is therefore agreed upon. Therefore, when I come out of trance, that tumor is gone. Okay? So that is something completely different. That's not what we're doing in chord removal healing, and that's not what we're doing in BCR. Okay? These are practical methods while you're conscious. Okay? I always say put the ego in the back door, but even the ego is still in the back seat. Okay? The ego is still in the back seat, so again, that's why we don't do that. But this is a very, very important step forward, because now that you've cut that cord, you're not feeding that tumor anymore. And now you can work with other practices to helping to minimize that tumor. Okay? I'm going to be teaching you again some more exercises down the road, some more challenges, where you'll be able to look into that, and you will learn that through time, you'll be able to clear a tumor out. Okay? Because I have a tumor story that I can share with you guys as well, too. I've shared it in the past. I'm not going to share it right now, but I'll share it again down the road, okay? Because Spirit was able to remove a tumor from my body within 5 weeks, okay? And it was basically involving me opening up my body and seeing it, okay? But again, that's a story for another time. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to review day 1, okay? This is most likely going to be the longest class out of the 10 days, okay? So I want you to make sure that you're practicing your rhythmic breathing. You're working with your magnetic body, okay? And guys, if I'm going too fast for you, just replay the recording. This is my natural pace. Okay? You got to live with it. Just go back to the recording. And on YouTube, you can even look at the slow. You can even slow down the video a bit. Okay? This is how I naturally teach everybody. You guys got to catch up. So if you could not catch what I'm saying right now, go back to the recording and learn again. This is why I'm telling you to take notes. Okay? This is my natural pace of teaching. That's how I am. I'm not going to go like this. Okay, classroom. I'm not going to do that. Right? This is my natural pace. So like I said, just go back to the recording, watch it again, watch it again, watch it again, until you get it. And you're writing it down. Okay? This is why I say. So guys, here's how you can help me. Don't tell me I'm going too fast. Just saying, Brad, sir, I didn't catch what you were saying here. So in regards to the chord, can you repeat that again? That helps me. If you're just saying, Brad, you're going too fast, I can't help you. Okay? So you tell me what you've missed, and I'll go back to it. Okay? Please keep that in mind. It doesn't help for a person, so Brad just teaches too fast, or Brad teaches too slow. A person can't do anything with that. What did you miss? And I'm happy to go back to it and reiterate it again for you. Okay? So please keep that in mind. All right? So again, if there's any last questions, everybody's good. So again, as I was saying, make sure you're coming right back to the beginning of the recording here, because this is probably going to be the longest one of the 10-day challenge, and you're remembering the rhythmic breathing, because again, I am going to quiz you guys every single day that I'm here through the 10 days, and we're just going to go through the process again and again. Rhythmic breathing, chord removal, healing. Rhythmic breathing, chord removal, healing. Okay, that's what the 10 days are going to consist of, and I'll give you some extra tidbits along the way altogether. Okay. Sean asks, is there a limit to how many chords can be removed in a day? No. Only the limits that you have are what's at play here. Okay. If you feel you can only handle to do 3 chords a day, that's your own limit. The limits that are there are your own limits. Okay. It's like the BCR technique. I could say you guys can do the BCR technique 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times per day, but you just feel comfortable in doing it once. So that's okay. That's based on your limitation. But I always say that if you feel a very strong love and you're really getting so much benefit out of this, why would you stop after just 1 time a day? Why wouldn't you do it more? Right? Because we're busybodies. Because I got to go out and get groceries. I got to go take care of my kids. I got to go to work. Okay, that's fine. But give yourself some time, because you're doing something like the BCR technique, and it's very, very simple. Okay, you're at work. Wait till your break. Do a BCR technique. You're at lunch. Do a BCR technique. You're at the park with the kids. Okay, play with them, but at the same time you're doing the BCR technique. Teach the kids how to do a BCR technique, especially when they're little. This is what I recommend the most, guys. Kids are so much smarter than us. Okay? You want to teach your children how to do the BCR technique, and you want to teach your children how to do the chord removal healing. Okay? Make it fun. They will love it. They'll eat it up. I remember all the games I was playing with my daughter when she was little, and I'd teach her a little bit of healing things. I'd show her a crystal, and I said, this is a magic rock. This is going to keep you safe. Nothing's going to be able to touch you when you have this rock in my hands. She was so excited when I told her that. And she believed it. That's the beautiful magic of children. Okay? I know it's different when they're teenagers and stuff like that. Okay? But I'm talking about your little ones. Okay? Say they're 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5, 6, 7, 8. They'll eat this up. They'll love it. It's like they have magic powers. Right? Do you want me to teach you, son, how to have superpowers? Yes! Yes! Right? They get excited. Teach me how to do superpowers. Okay? BCR is a superpower. Chord removal healing is a superpower. You're cutting out a timeline. You're putting a new timeline into yourself. I'm traveling through time? Yes. You're cutting away an event. You just time traveled. Okay? They're excited about this now. Okay? The adults are like, oh, it's cool, it's cool. But the children, yeah, that's fun. Okay? Make it fun for your kids, because guess what? Your kids are going to start reminding you, hey mom, hey dad, did you do the BCR technique today? Did you show off your superpowers? Okay? They're going to remind you of that. Please, 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 for the love of all that is sacred, teach this to your children. Okay? Children are going to receive this the greatest. They're our future. Imagine if you have thousands of kids doing the BCR technique, doing the chord removal healing, working with energy. And this is my superpower. I have all these superpowers. And that's how I was taught at a young age. And now I couldn't get enough of it. And here I am as this incredible healer. Because what my mom and what my dad taught me at a young age about something like BCR, about something like CRH. Okay? So very important, guys. Please, please, I'm begging you, teach your kids. Okay? Teach them this. They will love it, especially as you're telling them it's how you develop your superpowers to be a superhero. They will be thrilled about that. Like Superman, like Batman, right? You won't have a batarang, right? You may not be able to punch a train to the moon, but you'll be able to move through time. You'll be able to feel so much love energy flowing through you that your energy starts getting stronger. You'll be able to heal people. You'll be able to heal things because your magnetic energy is getting so strong. It's your magnetic energy. So we're doing the rhythmic breathing. It's your magnetic energy. So we're putting love energy into the body, and we're filling our love energy with all this beautiful power, and we're doing it for good. We're helping ourselves. We're helping others. Oh my God, guys, can you imagine if our own elementary schools and high schools were like this? Where they would say, guys, we're going to learn about energy healing today. You'd have every single kid in the classroom just like this, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Okay? But we don't, so we're doing it through this classroom here. Okay? So please teach your children this. I cannot emphasize that enough. Give them their superpowers, just as you're learning how to take your superpowers here and now too. All right? Okay, guys, we're going to wrap up for day number 1. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see you guys again tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time for day number 2 of the Chord Removal Healing Challenge. Take care, be blessed, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.